Hey Biscuits. So is it romance or horror season? Which is best? So this is a question I get asked this time of year because of my books. Do I like to go full horror spooky this time of year in what I'm reading or movies I'm watching, or do I still stick with romance? And I think, Biscuits, you know my heart leans towards romance. I actually am not a big horror fan. Okay, I love ghost stories. You know that if you follow along on my second channel. I tend to do spooky story times about places I've been to. But I honestly don't like the really graphic, gross horror. Like, I will enjoy a zombie movie, but I don't like the zombie movies that are super gross. I want, the ones that are more about the suspense, right? I just watched on Netflix, Midnight Mass, I think is what it's called. No spoilers. It wasn't what I thought it was going to be about. And I would rather just have an old-fashioned, spooky love story entangled with a ghost tale, right? That's my favorite kind of thing. So I have to go with romance this time of year. I like to find all of those cozy, pumpkin harvest, spice latte, cliched romances. This is a great time of year for that because then you get into Christmas territory, which is, have you Biscuits read my book, The Christmas Deer? What if Rudolph could shapeshift into a hunky feller? I'm gonna have to read that. So it's a total different vibe is my point. And even though I think people naturally lean towards wanting the horror and the scary this time of year, I still favor the romance. I feel like summertime, what I'm consuming more of in the romance versus horror genres are, like more cowboy books in the summertime. I will do more contemporary romance in the summertime, and then come autumn, I want more like historical period pieces. I love paranormal romance. Yeah, it's PNR, paranormal romance I'm a big fan of that this time of year because then you get kind of like the spooky, silly things, little ghosties, maybe a psychic or a witch. I don't really go in for the vampire ones only because I love vampire folklore. I just feel like in the romance genre, it's often not well portrayed, right? It's two hard things to get to come together. I haven't read a lot of vampire novels that I'm really like, this is a great romance and a really intriguing vampire story. One of the exceptions to that is Paranormal After Dark? Supernatural After Dark. It's a whole series. It's got like 14 books in the series. I haven't read them all yet. I need to get on them. But I've been reading them for years. And some of the characters in there are vampires. Some of them are werewolves. And my favorite characters from that series are the Valkyrie. I think they are brilliantly done. Kind of horror-ish genre. Kind of graphic, but with a whole lot of steamy romance. I love that. I've been recommending that series for years because I so enjoy it. It's such a rare little treat to find that. And then at Christmas time, I want to read all of the holiday, Christmas saved my lonely love heart, that kind of stuff. So let me know. I am curious. Would you go more in the horror genre this time of year? Like, is that what you're watching on TV? I know this time of year, like, nothing comes out on any of the streaming services that's romance related. I feel like you get that a little bit like light romance at the holidays. Maybe something around Valentine's Day. Maybe something in the summer. Like, you just don't. Autumn, for some reason, doesn't get a lot of romance. I think that needs to be fixed. Netflix executives, I know you aren't watching this, but just, read my brain and make more romance for this time of year. Because I want to see some naughty pumpkin farmers help some ladies out. Is that too much to ask? No, it is not. Who's excited for the Bridgerton second season? Oh yeah, I wasn't a gigantic Bridgerton fan, but I'll take it. I want to support it so that more of this stuff gets made versus, what is the one that everybody loved a couple years ago? Game of Thrones, right? Like, I want more Bridgerton versus Game of Thrones. I think that's a great example of kind of horror graphic versus romance. Both have romance themes, but I'll take a more peaceful version of romance anytime for my entertainment. It's not even a close second. Give me your recommendations. What should I be reading the rest of the month? I would love to, get some audiobooks. I would love to get some more podcasts on my list, and maybe a book or two. I'm trying to get something that is in print, which I know is trickier because a lot of independent authors are only digital, because sometimes when I'm in the bath, I get to read like 1 or 2 pages of a book. It's glorious. Oh my goodness. I put Pear in her swing. Abraham stands by the bathtub going, do I get a bath next? And I get to read a page or 2 of my book, and it just feels so luxurious. So I'm looking for something that's in a paperback edition. Let me know if you can recommend anything. I feel like I've reread everything in my library, and I need to go to the store and pick up some more juicy tidbits, because I like to be inspired, especially when I'm writing. I love to read a whole lot because it just gets that more literary side of my brain turned on, you know. And I'm getting something in the pipeline for you biscuits that would like something new to read. Okay, biscuits, I'll see you in the next video. Is it horror? Romance? We all know the romance is better. Big internet hugs. See you in the next video.